This YCN segment is brought to you by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist.
YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist. LaValley Building Supply, home improvement and construction from concept to completion. Bubba's Bar and Grill, offering fresh salads, hearty sandwiches, brick oven pizza, entrees, and award-winning seafood chowder. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire. MJ Harrington and Company, jewelers and designers since 1948. Raleigh Lakeside Builders, specializing in custom and waterfront homes, shoreline protection, renovations, and full-scale design. Ramontos in Claremont, always fresh, always delicious. Now hosting YCN Sports Talk the first Wednesday of every month. And Mascoma Savings Bank. With no shareholders to please, they are committed to remaining independent and to reinvesting profits in our community.
Both teams struggled shooting the basketball in the first quarter. It's Hollis 8 and Oyster River 3. Bob Lippman and Jeremy Stout. It's 0 for the last 9 from the floor for Oyster River and 0 for the last 6 for Hollis-Brookline.
Yeah, Brennan Oxford, the only player to score for the Bobcats with the early field goal, and then 1 for 2 from the line. They're playing good defense. They're denying inside, which is what obviously Hollis-Brookline excels at. But if you don't score yourself, you can play all the defense in the world. You're not going to get it done.
3 for 14 for Hollis-Brookline, 1 for 14 for Oyster River. And look at the rebounds. Hollis-Brookline pulled down 17 rebounds in the first quarter. 6 of them for Grant Snyder, who is on the bench with 2 fouls. 17 rebounds to 8 for OR.
Yeah, 6 offensive rebounds alone out of those 17. So obviously having success on the boards will be interesting to see. And Bob, you've done a lot of these games. You've been here before, both on the high school and college levels. Is it a nerves thing, or are these teams just playing some good defense?
There's no question it's nerves. And it's the late game. You've been thinking about it all day, and right. A turnover for Hollis-Brookline. The Division I game was played first today, Portsmouth winning another title. 3 in a row for the school, for the Clippers, last 2 in Division I. This is Joe Morrill for Oyster River. Back to the basket. Landry in a quiet game so far, and he misses here. This is Patrick Close, who came in near the end of the first quarter for Hollis-Brookline, who grabs the rebound. And another HB rebound. Scott Van Kennett over to Jonathan Brackett. Brackett had 2 field goals. Simcoe inside, that's good for 2. And he has his second field goal of the game, and the lead is 7.
And there you see Simcoe splitting the double team. Player came over to help a little too late. Simcoe was able to just get through that little sliver and score the basket.
A terrific athlete, Simcoe. They go down low. Oxford trying to figure something out offensively inside. Has the ball again against Simcoe. They reverse it in the corner. Here's Lewis for 3. That's no good. And this big Oyster River crowd's just waiting for something to go down. And they're sitting here on 1 field goal nearly 10 minutes into the championship game.
Yeah, obviously, basically their home floor, if you want to call it that way. They've got a huge crowd. And as you mentioned, they're trying to get their team into it.
Brackett, 6.5 to go, first half. McDormand on the drive. Kicked it, not a good pass down low for Close, was able to save it. Brackett comes back in the lane. And again, I don't know, he stepped on the end line. Right there was referee Burkhart, and indicated the ball goes back over to Oyster River.
Today's game is being brought to you in part by Ramontos in Claremont. Always fresh, always delicious. In addition to airing on our 3 TV stations, all YCN games are posted for your viewing anytime at ycnnow.com.
Morrill with a jump try, good. Field goal good, 10-5. I guess the trend has continued right for Hollis. They haven't made a field goal in this gym so far that's not been from in the paint. That one is not in the paint, and it's also no good.
Once again, another big rebound, offensive rebound.
McDormand got the rebound, and on the drive, John Brackett is fouled. And we're going to have a timeout taken here by Hollis with 5:37 to go in the second quarter. It's the Cavaliers 10 and the Bobcats 5 in the Division II championship game on YCN.
This YCN segment is brought to you by LaValle Building Supply and Middleton Building Supply.
All right, we're back at Lundholm Gymnasium. Hollis by 5, 10-5. Hollis has won 14 in a row since falling at Lebanon on January 19th. In the regular season matchup, Oyster River scored 29 points in the fourth quarter after only scoring 29 in the first 3 quarters. And they're having trouble finding the basket early in this one. Brackett gives to Simcoe in the lane, back out, Van Kennett, a 3, good! Their first 3 of the semifinals or finals, and the lead is 8, but they left him wide open.
Well, that's the price you're going to pay. When you're going to collapse inside, which is probably the right move, make them hit those lower percentage shots outside, and they certainly did right there.
Morrill has to go back to midcourt after it was tipped by McDormand. This is a 3, and it's no good. And out of bounds to Hollis-Brookline. 13-5. Oyster River substitution, Cam Thibodeau, 2 fouls in. Will give Brennan Oxford a breather. OR's trying to become the lowest seeded team to win a title since Monadnock 10 years ago, a 10 seed. OR is the 7th seed. Brackett down low. McDormand through the lane. Dowling for the good work. 15-5.
Yeah, that's the other piece of that double team combination, Dowling and Simcoe, who we haven't seen yet.
Morrill answers. Joe Morrill, the sophomore, with his second field goal. 15-7, 4:27 to go. The other way, McDormand on a drive. They're going to call a travel. Bobcats won consecutive titles in this gym in 95 and 96. A year ago, 2-16. Now in the championship game playing on the Friel court. And Friels, of course, went to Oyster River.
And their girls team winning the championship earlier in the season.
The Hollis-Brookline girls.
Yes, the Hollis-Brookline, excuse me. Winning that game over John Stark a couple weeks back. We were doing that game on at Southern New Hampshire University.
Andrigan with a miss. Van Kennett in the front court. McDormand now. 15-7. Hollis. This is McDormand. Good. Senior Tyler McDormand leads back out to 10. And Morrill, an offensive foul the other way. Timeout Oyster River with 3:43 to go. On the turnover, it'll be Hollis-Brookline ball when we come back. 17-7 in favor of the top-seeded Cavaliers.
This YCN segment is brought to you by Lake Sunapee Visiting Nurse Association and Hospice.
Oyster River taking a timeout to try to get the team settled down a little bit with 3:43 to go second quarter. Big stretch here for the Bobcats, who trail Hollis-Brookline by 10.
Today's telecast is being brought to you in part by MJ Harrington, jeweler and designers in Newport, New Hampshire. And you can watch any of our local shows anytime at ycnnow.com.
And Kennett front court, and Oyster River putting on some pressure now, trying to get the ball away. McDormand will go up top to Brackett. Hollis looks like they're going to be very patient right now. Oyster River, that's why they're going to come out and double team on the ball every time. Not going to give Hollis an opportunity to not do much. Simcoe tied up in the lane. His pass is going to be knocked out of bounds, let's say, by McKenna of Oyster River. Turnovers in the game, 7 on Hollis-Brookline, 2 on Oyster River.
Yeah, that's really what has kept Oyster River in this one so far. Just got to be careful not to let it slip away. Down 10 now.
OR foul, they nearly got it away. Foul to 14, Max Lewis, it'll be his first. Looking for the inbounds pass. Brackett gets it up top, McDormand down low, Simcoe finishes. If you can get Simcoe the ball down low, really, really good opportunity to score points. And the lead is as big as it's been now, 19-7. Morrill wanted the screen. Oxford back into the game, 15 for OR. Morrill calls the play from the Wildcat logo. There's his jumper, no. And Dowling has the rebound. And that's one thing that, a steal here by Morrill. Great job to get 2 points. Hollis had an easy rebound, and then the outlet was stolen away, and Morrill went in, and he has his third field goal.
Yeah, a little sloppy on the outlet. Morrill noticed that. Just ran in from almost at half court. Stole the ball.
Didn't look like a good pass to Simcoe, so Dowling took it and went in and scored. Fortunate conversion there, and a foul makes this 21-9, putting Matt Dowling at the free throw line.
Foul was on number 14, Maxwell Lewis, his second.
(22-9). 2 minutes to go in the half. And Oyster River certainly is going to be chasing in this one. Hollis up double digits. Now it's going to be a foul as Landrigan wound up on his fanny up near the free throw line. Going to call it on McDormand.
Only the team's fourth foul, so with only 1:55 to play before half. Not too many fouls.
Oxford has it roll over the rim. And another HB rebound. Near side is McDormand. Loses his dribble. Morrill tips it up into the air, and the ball will go to OR.
Aggressive play there by Morrill. We've seen that now twice in the last 3 possessions, getting a steal, forcing a turnover.
Hollis picks up man-to-man. Morrill on the drive. Oh, boy, they missed so many easy ones here in the first half. And Morrill has 3 field goals, 3 of the 4 that Oyster River has made in the first half. Van Kennett down low. Here's Dowling. No. Simcoe with a rebound. And put it back in, the 25th rebound for Hollis in the first half.
Matt Simcoe just so strong underneath. Pulls that rebound down. Gains his footing, goes back up strong, and he has 8 points to lead all scorers.
Landrigan. Leave it here from Morrill. Back out to Lewis. Right side, Morrill. Pull up and around, and no good. Landrigan put back, yes. For junior Kyle Landrigan. 24-11, the lead is 13. As we approach half a minute to go in the first half of the Division II championship game. Brackett hold the ball in his hips now with the defender out. They'll have to make it go. Simcoe kicks it back around, down to 20, and the Cavaliers look like they're willing to settle for 1 here. McDormand on the right side. On the drive, kicks it through the lane. Dowling goes back out, and a travel. Brackett had himself a 3 if he wanted to try it. 8.7 left for Oyster River. They'll bring in a good shooter in Thibodeau here for the closing moments of the half.
Once again, good defense by Oyster River. They're rotating nicely, blocking the inside, and then closing out on the three-pointer.
Morrill down low. Oxford is fouled with 1.3 to go by Matt Dowling. Dowling's first will be 2 shots for Brendan Oxford. The rebounding edge is 26-9 in favor of Hollis. Almost what our score is. 24-11. Make it 12. Oxford hits the first in his a couple of substitutions. 1, 2, 3 in here for Oyster River. That's just to prevent any fouls in the closing moments on the starters.
They don't want anything foolish here on the rebound. Obviously not in the bonus yet, so.
Oxford looking to hit them both. And he does, 24-13. And Simcoe will hold the ball, and we've reached halftime. Pretty nice job by the Cavaliers, who have a double-digit lead in the championship game at the break, holding a pretty high-scoring Oyster River squad that wanted to get up and down the floor to just 13 in the first half. Hollis-Brookline 24, Oyster River 13.
We will take it to break, and when we come back, we'll get some halftime statistics. Talk to Bob a little bit. He saw the first game and what he thinks will happen here in the second half. Take a break on the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by M.J. Harrington and Company, jewelers and designers since 1948.
Hollis-Brookline with a double-digit lead here at halftime in the D2 championship game, 24-13. Jeremy, Oyster River did not shoot the ball well. They 1 for 14 in the first quarter, and that just played into the strength of this Hollis-Brookline squad that can rebound as well as anyone in the state.
Yeah, obviously not making the shots, and then Hollis-Brookline getting the defensive rebounds and the offensive rebounds. A lot of second chance opportunities, and when you're a team like Oyster River, you got to keep the ball moving. You can't give second chance points or opportunities, and that's what Hollis-Brookline has gotten.
I would imagine that a lot of the conversation with Coach Etten down in the locker room is taking care of the basketball better than the Cavaliers did in that first half. It was kind of rough at times.
Well, that's actually what's kept it somewhat close. Obviously, it wasn't a double-digit lead. It was only a 6 or 7 point lead for a lot of the first quarter, and then kind of started slowly getting away from Hollis-Brookline started pulling away. So who takes care of the basketball? Who comes up with the rebounds? And we'll see if some of these shots start to fall.
All right, we've got a big second half coming up. We'll see if Hollis-Brookline can win its first title since 2005 right here on the floor at Lundholm Gymnasium on YCN.